You know, one thing about me, I can admit when I'm wrong, and sometimes I say things and I'm like, oh, I had a totally wrong read on that. So, in yesterday's video, I did misspeak. And when I said Munch's love of his life is Molly, I was wrong. It's Judas.
Me and Katie have been going very well. Might try and take her to the terrace or something later.
If you don't kiss her, I'll do it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island Season 10, Episode 19. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. As we know, Whitney was not impressed with Medi's actions. We're going to call him mediocre for going forward. She was not impressed with Mediocre's actions in the heart rate challenge, and she's being very inquisitive after the fact.
Why was you kissing everyone?
Because it's a challenge.
Why did you only kiss me? Why neither?
I just wanted to. Felt right in the moment.
How was my performance? Was it good?
I can't even lie. Sensational.
The tension that's coming through. Tension? Is that tension? From who? Me?
The way I loved this. The way I loved this. And Catherine, I don't know if Catherine was deliberately trying to throw jabs or if she really was not reading the room, but I was like, Catherine, girl, not you laughing in this man's face. And Scott is always there for the gist. A couple of that gists together. That almost sounded like something else, but also those two stay together too. Yeah, them two, I love them. They're just messy together and it's great. There is a question going around of whether or not we would want Whitney and Judas together. No. And here's why. I do think that, you know, they might have a great time, okay? She would have a great time with that big boy. Shout out SZA. But at the core, I think, if Whitney's anything like me, if she's anything like me, we're lover girls. And so we can give it to you when it's not serious, but then when I start to catch feelings, we're going to be looking like Ella and Munch. I'm going to be looking at you like, so why don't you love me? I'm confused. I don't know if Whitney's in the stage right now. Yeah, I don't know if Whitney's in the stage right now of like, oh, let me just play around and have fun because that's what Judas is. I think she really is looking for something. And that's why she has been so gracious with Mediocre. But maybe not. I don't know, guys. I don't know what Whitney wants. I really don't know what she wants. Ty is aware that his feelings are strong for Ella. Not strong enough to hang up his player ways, though.
I'm dealing with a whole new batch of feelings, and I don't know what to do with them.
What's stopping you?
My frame of mind, will be clearer. Right now, my head's not fully clear. I can't say, let's close ourselves off right now. My head.
So how can you get a clear head? What's so good about the game that you want to go back to?
No,
What's there to mess?
It's not good. The game's not good. It's just what I know.
You know how I feel about you, though.
Yeah, cool. So can you give me time then?
I don't know what it will take for Ella to understand that there is nothing you can do or say to a man to make them fall for you. They have to want that for themselves. They have to want that for themselves. And for us, there's nothing that we can do or say to Ella for her to leave this situation. She has to want that for herself. Later on, they do say that they're closed off. That's easy to say when there's nobody in here right now that you have an interest in. Ella has never really been interested in anybody to the level that she's been interested in Tyreek. And even if she was, she has that fear that Tyreek is going to piss on the situation. And Ty, if we're going to be honest, if Katie gave it a chance, they wouldn't be where they're at today. They would not be where they're at right now. But Katie wasn't interested. So of course he's going to say, yeah, I'm closed off. Like, girl, he had no other option. Whitney is asking Mediocre why he's being pissy, why he has a pissy attitude, and it just continues.
Nothing is wrong with me.
You've got an attitude. What's wrong
I
with you?
don't, Whitney. You started having the attitude there. You're literally, honestly draining all my energy.
How can I be trying? Well, you're out there kissing all the girls. You have energy, hun.
Ask simple questions. If you feel a way, address it. I'm not going to waste my time and having my energy taken from you.
I get that you're French, but come on, you're doing too much.
I'm annoyed for a few reasons. I'm annoyed that he said she drains his energy. And I'm annoyed that Obviously he has an attitude and now he's pretending like he doesn't. Like, don't do that, right? And then the rational side of me, and I know some of you guys hate when I'm rational, but guys, I studied psychology. Like, it is in me to want to see another side of things. I'm not just going to take things for face value. I have to dissect it. I can understand what mediocre is saying. I'm so sorry, but I can. The thing is, if we are having a disagreement, don't go around the way. What is it that you're mad about? Tell me straight up, what is it that you're mad about? So from that soul perspective, I understand what mediocre is saying. However, because he was doing what he was doing in the challenge, I feel like he has no right to put the blame on Whitney for why things are not going well in their situation right now. Like, we're in this because of you. And now you have the audacity to have an attitude with me? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I've said this before. I don't know if it was in Love Island reviews, but just in general, you need to be careful about the things that people compliment you about when you first get together, because I promise you, what is endearing at the beginning of a relationship is just a pain at the end of a relationship. So in the beginning, oh, I love that she's boisterous, she's confident, she holds her own, she blah, blah, blah. Now all those things are things that irk Medi about Whitney. And it's like, well, she's been consistent. The only thing that's been changing up is you. Mal is such an Akko Taco. She is such an Akko Taco. And so is Sammy. So I guess it works.
You did really well. You had good energy.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I'm glad you think so.
You're just the best.
I'm just the best. Nice kiss?
Yeah. Was it?
No, I thought it was.
It was nice. It was lovely. You're loud.
So are you?
No, I'm not.
I got black on my nose.
No, I wasn't making... Oh, you got black on your face.
Guys, I'm going to be real with you. I love this couple. I really love this. Like, I'm rooting for them so much. And what I think that we should do as the people is that we should immerse them into the real world so that they can have a good crack at this relationship. I feel like being out there, seeing their family and their friends is going to be so good for them, and this should happen as soon as possible. Like, I want them to be reunited with everyone. I want them to go on real dates and be taken out and, see the sights and things. Like, they're just such a good couple. I know they'll be strong on the outside. So I root for them. Let's do them a favor, guys, and let's send them home. Judah says that he's enjoying his time with Katie. Honey, has Molly even unpacked her bags?
My heart was racing. I actually don't know how I did it.
I believe you.
I wasn't your favourite.
I wasn't your favourite.
How rude.
I wasn't your favourite.
Nah, you was. You're at that age where it's just like a very lovely age. You probably don't know how to talk to a woman.
So I'm a good-looking old woman. With my legs up. Watch your leg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm so confused by that because, like, it makes sense, but then it doesn't, but then it does, but then it doesn't. And then it does, and then it doesn't. Like, I said earlier, I think in the last video, aesthetically, yeah, I get it. Substantially, there's none. There's no substance here at all. But then I'm also like, I'm okay with it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused. It is what it is. Whitney wants to talk to Medi again. Oh, sorry. Whitney wants to talk to Mediocre again. And apparently, unless I heard it wrong, apparently in his mind, they're closed off.
Well, you walked away from the last conversation.
Yeah, because we talked about being closed off. Every time we disagree, you go around this villa and talk about it to everyone.
Everything I talk to my friends about are things that I've already spoken to you about.
Please answer my question. How can I take you seriously?
How can you not gauge, emotional awareness?
Now, Mediocre, I would like you to answer this question. If every time she opens up to you emotionally and you have an adverse reaction to her expression of emotions, how do you expect her to then be emotionally available to you? You always want to talk to all your girls and you're just, yeah, because when she talks to you, you belittle her feelings. You make her feel insignificant. You are not a safe space for Whitney. Why would she then confide in you? Why would she then confide in you? And to make matters worse, if I heard correctly, I will have to hear it back. But if he really did think that they were closed off, that makes the situation even worse. You don't appreciate her enough to say, even though this is a challenge, how is this going to make her feel? I can't even call him mediocre because he's just extraordinarily weird. Just an extraordinary fool. Just out of this world insane. Let's move on. In the morning debrief, just a quick summary of what was happening. Mediocre says that he and Whitney clashed too much, and I'd have to say that I agree. Mal is happy at the way things are progressing with Sammy, and the other girls are actually in alignment with that. And they were saying that he is better, or they like how he is with her? That's interesting, because Jess is still trying to get him back on the lows. Anyways, child. And Judas wants to continue his connection with Katie. All the best to you, sir. Maddie and Whitney have yet another conversation. And essentially for him, he claims that he dissociates himself when there's a challenge going on. And what happens if the challenge is not a reflection of what's going on in real life.
That was the aim of the challenge, was to make the heart rates raise, right? Even though there wasn't anything malicious behind it, I apologize for that.
You didn't even win. How dumb is that?
And if I won?
But you didn't.
What do we do from now?
I actually don't know.
At the end of the day, he does not respect her enough to understand that challenge or not, what you do affects your partner. And so for you, yeah, you cannot dance. So how are you going to make these women's heart race? There was a neck kiss. There was picking them. Well, can he pick them up? I don't know. There were other things you could do. You don't have to dance. You don't have to grind. Like you could have. And listen, what's her name? Mal. Yeah, she didn't win, but she did something that was true to her, you know? Maybe dancing makes her uncomfortable. Maybe being all over the guys makes her uncomfortable. So she was like, let me just do my own thing over here. And yeah, okay, it may not have necessarily taken Sammy into consideration, but she did something that was true to her. If you really had true feelings for Whitney, you would have realized, okay, kissing all the girls is probably not the best way to go, but how can I still participate in this challenge and be true to myself, my feelings, and still respect my relationship? But that's too much for Mehdi to think about, so maybe I'm asking for a lot. At this point, I love my good sis, but I'm like, babe, are you a glutton for punishment? Because why are you talking to men? What's his name? I almost called him Montel.
Let me chat to him quickly, please.
You want to talk to me?
No, him.
Oh, she's stealing your outfit.
Pull up.
You put your eggs in one basket, I think, with Leah.
What? Do you think so?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Because you give off the vibe that, like, you're all about Leah.
I'm spreading them out. That's my job. That's my job today.
Same, that's my job today.
Yeah.
So if I give you an egg, you give me an egg.
All right, cool.
Yeah?
Did they not solidify themselves as homies? I don't know what this conversation is about. I don't see a potential there whatsoever. And she's there like, well, it could blossom into something wrong. And it can't. It can't. I don't think it can. I don't think that he'd be feeling you. And I think if he was feeling you, it's purely for bedroom activities. I don't think it would extend to anything past that. Furthermore, again, if Whitney is like me, I just feel like Whitney is like me. And so I put a lot of myself into her, and she could be a completely different person. But if she's like me, I think that at the core, she is a lover girl. And we like to be soft. We don't want to be the aggressor. And unfortunately with Montel and even back with Andre, she was more of the aggressor. And unfortunately for us, with Mediocre, that's when she did fall into more of her soft girl thing. Like she's giddy and she's shy and she's like a little bit timid and nervous. Like that's how we want to be. And the way that I see her talking to Montel, I'm like, it ain't it. Because even with Mediocre, when they first started talking, she was very out there, but you could tell something about him giving the energy back to her. She was like, oh, okay. And Montel just doesn't do that. Munch is the definition of the long game. The definition of the long game. Molly isn't even in the villa, but he is making sure that by no means will Judas have a chance with her inside or outside.
You look more suited to Katie than Molly. Seriously.
I'll just say, yeah, let's go terrace.
That's it. I've been chatting for a bit. Smooch. I'll come up, high five, run back downstairs.
Their friendship is so weird to me. And I even watched the After Sun and he said that his best friend in there is Judas. we got to keep Munch around because this kind of insanity is just so rare and we may never get it again. I just want to see it for viewing purposes. Whatever we got to do, Munch has to stay. Ella and Ty get their first date. Sucky now. And, you know, y'all might have thought it was cute. I personally did not.
It's so intense, or like just overthink things and stuff like that, but...
Yeah, don't fight your feelings.
Sick of trying to fight it, man.
Stop trying to fight
It's
it. Just
easy
enjoy
when
it.
Life's easier when you don't fight your feelings. Making me learn stuff about myself, and I feel like you're definitely a major part in that. So for that, I always appreciate you. And yeah, I appreciate you.
That's sweet.
Helping me grow. So I feel like, yeah, I just wanted to let you know that, yeah, like I'm 100% ready to like fully close myself off with you.
Here's the thing. These two remind me of a couple who's been together on and off for 10 years. And the woman in the relationship has been crying for a ring from about year 2. And the guy just refuses to give it. And eventually something happens for them to break up. And then 8 months later, he's seen engaged with somebody else. I see this in their future. And 2 things that he said really like sparked some concerns for me. He said, I have love for you. And I can sense that you have genuine feelings for me. I have personally heard those things before, and all those men did was waste my time. At every corner, they wasted my time. Could this be projection? Absolutely. But taking in consideration my personal experience, Ella's personal experience, and what we are experiencing together, I don't know what to be excited about for them. I don't. I feel like this is a canon event for both of them. I feel like Ella's going to learn a lot from this. Tyreek has already learned a lot, if we're being honest. But it seems like that relationship that is so pivotal in your life, but maybe not your how do I say this? I don't see them like long term, but I see them acknowledging that this was a very significant relationship for them to help them in the long term. Does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, I'll explain it more in the comments or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. And yeah, okay, he's saying he's closed off, but he's been closed off to you whenever there's nobody new. So all his options have been explored. Of course he's closed off. Wait until somebody else comes and let's see if he's singing the same song. In the evening, Ella and Ty return, and of course, they're both relaying the events that happened on their date.
You deserve this, so like, I'm gonna let you know that like, I want to be closed off and that. And she was just buzzing.
He says he really wants to be closed off.
It was meant to be today, innit? It was meant to be today. Happy for you though, bro. Honestly,
Thank you, man.
man.
Appreciate it.
I want you to take note of the different reactions. The women were ecstatic. The men were very melancholy. And to me, that showed me 2 things. Sometimes as ladies, we are feeding the foolishness. We are feeding the foolishness. We want to ride for our girls regardless of what is going on, right? And then with the men, they know when something's off. Where was the hype? Where was the excitement? Because they know Ty. And they know this is not going to last long. As we know, Judas has been making a play to get Katie on the terrace, and he successfully does that. He also had a play to get a kiss out of her. Not as successful.
You sort of know what you're looking for. You're not jumping in straight away. It's very attractive, I can't lie. Like, I'd almost say I've got some nerves. I'm not really sure where I'm at.
Really?
Yeah, but I like it though. Like, I think that's a big sign. I haven't really, I'm telling you, in terms of like things like that, I've not had nerves in a very, very, very long time, you know.
What?
I'm gonna kiss you.
You want a kiss?
Yeah.
Let's wait.
Let's wait.
I actually like Zach and he's such a nice person, but just there and then, like, I wasn't feeling it.
Have you ever opened your mouth so wide that you feel like the creases on the side are going to split open? That's how far my jaw dropped. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. And I love it for a plethora of reasons. I love the fact that people can actually set boundaries and you don't have to do things that make you uncomfortable. And that's partly why I rate Mal as well. She is an aqua taco, but she's standing firm in it, okay? You don't have to be doing up kissy if you really don't want to, if you're not comfortable with doing it. I love that she humbled him and was like, you're not gonna get everything you want just because you want it. I also love that she constantly talks about being at my age, I want this and that and this and that, but it's also not coming off as desperate, because a desperate woman would have just went with it for the sake of saying, well, now I got a man, so maybe it's something. If it doesn't feel right for you, it's not right. Oh, it was just, it was chef's kiss. It was so good. The producers are so dirty ramping up the music to get us to think like, oh, this is and then they just shut. Cinematic gold. It took him long enough, but Mediocre finally issues Whitney a genuine apology. After all his offenses, this is the first real apology.
Yes, that's a challenge, but yeah, that's very disrespectful. That I'm genuinely sorry, and I, present you my apologies for that. If our personality match, yeah, I'll get to know them. And you?
Well, I guess I would have to do the same. I'm not like gonna sit around. We both got the green card, you know?
What is the green card?
As in, like, the green card is like, do you boo?
Howard has
or we can cuddle at night.
I don't know how to explain this relationship, but they make me constipated. You know? I feel like I want to take a shit, but then I can't. But then I'm really, really forcing it, and then I can't do it, and then now you just feel uncomfortable, and then you feel bloated, and you want to lay down, but then you can't because you're uncomfortable, so then you go on the toilet, and you sit there for so long, and then your thighs start to hurt because you've been sitting in that awkward position for so long. And then finally, when you do get to take your dump, like, you don't even care anymore because you've been constipated for 5 days, and, like, that's the feeling that I get when I watch them, and I'm just constipated. Like, I just want to be released. I just want to let it go. I just want to move on. Can we move on? Can you? And now we're like friends with benefits. Like, for what? For what? Yeah, you can go ahead and talk to anybody, but can we cuddle at night? Girl, what? Girl, what? Oh, Jesus is Lord. Okay, Whitney. It's okay. You're still my girl. Scott has caught the bug of being closed off, honey. And he's telling Catherine, you the one for me, girl.
I don't think there's anyone else in here for me now. I think it's just me and you. I like you more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Is there any point in me exploring something? And I was like, no, there isn't. As of the here and now in this villa, it's me and you.
I've been waiting to root for this couple because I just wanted him to make a clear decision. And now he has. I'm still a little bit skeptical. I'm not okay, hold on. I'm not skeptical. I just know that Casa is coming, and everybody says things and then feels a different way when Casa comes. And it's either they feel a different way because of who was there, or they feel a different way because how their partner has acted in Casa. So yes, I know I was waiting for a clear answer, and he has given that to us, but it's going to be even clearer to me post Casa. I also feel like if they survive Casa, they have the potential to win. Their only downfall is that they're a little bit boring, but they have the potential to win, you know? They could add a little bit of spice there. They could be that solid couple to root for. There's potential. There's potential. Now, I'd be lying to you if I said I was listening to Montel and Leah. I have no idea what they talked about.
You're sweet.
Innocent.
You're smart. You're innocent. You're beautiful.
But sometimes you do make me a little bit shy.
That's good.
That is good, I guess.
You've never known love like that.
All I heard was something about him saying she looked innocent and she's sexy, and that's it. A few episodes ago, did you guys notice that Montel, when he was getting ready for the evening, he said, because Munch was questioning him saying, oh, don't you think the kiss was premature? And he said, well, she wanted it. Yeah, Montel, I got my eye on you. I don't think he's genuinely into Leah. And then Leah's going to be in this situation yet again. Ugh. To be in this villa, I would have ulcers. This is just too much. The episode ends with Judas telling the guys that he was rejected, but it actually makes him want Katie more.
I got rejected.
No.
On the terrace?
He answered, bro, I'll be honest with you. It turned me on still.
She might make you work for it, but then when you get it, it's gonna feel special.
The first time you lips, after you lips, I say, I think when trying to kiss me though. Please do that off.
Please.
Do that, please do that.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Bro, I laughed. I thought it was kind of sexy, bro.
How are you doing, Malls? Are you unpacked? Are you still wanting to wait for him on the outside? I don't know. You're the one who said you wanted to wait. I'm just doing a wellness check. Are you doing all right? Okay. I just wanted to know if you're doing well. Are you doing well? Okay. All right. Anyways, there's a vote. Probably by the time you see this episode, the vote has been closed. But if you did vote, let me know down below who you voted for. And I'm pretty sure this is the vote just before Casa because there are too many damn people in this villa. We need to kick a couple out. Preferably, I'd like it to be Montel and Leah. Or Sammy and Matt. Actually, no, we gotta keep Sammy because I want him to be there for movie night because Jess is still trying to make a play for him. I don't know what's not clicking, Steven, but it's just not clicking. Anyways, click the like button if you are here. Comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.